Hey guys, welcome back. It's another beautiful night here. Hopefully your day is or your night is getting a little bit better. I'm one of your first hosts, Herbert,
Ronnie,
Enrique,
and Jonathan. So let's get it going. So we done a lot of things, like new things such as pajaretes. We went bike riding with an LB, and we're just gonna talk about our lives in October because it's still Halloween season. It's still spooky. Everybody's having a good time. We went through some parties, so we're gonna talk about our costumes. I think none of us won here costume like prize or whatever.
I almost won a few games, but
wait, should we talk about how we all coordinated to be frat boys?
it was horrible coordination.
Well, we'll talk about that after. But let's talk about pajaretes first. So on Saturday, past Saturday, me and Ronnie, I didn't tell Herbert because I think he was busy that day. But me and Ronnie, the night before, Ronnie went to Oktoberfest with the boys. And Ronnie decided to still wake up early because pajaretes is a drink that you drink in the morning. And what pajaretes are is warm milk, which is like comes from a chiva, a goat.
or a cow.
Or a
from
cow.
What I heard,
Yeah, but I heard that the original pajaretes are from a chiva. So a lot of people in Mexico, like in Jalisco, they get it from a cow though, because they have a lot of cows. So me and Ronnie, I was like, hey Ronnie, thanks to some friends in the hiking community, they're like, hey, you want to not come over, but you guys want to go to a ranch nearby, and you guys want to try pajaretes? And we're like, yeah, sure. Like, so Ronnie told me to wake him up in the morning.
Yeah, my boy hit me up with that. What are you doing, text at 3 a.m.?
No, I did. I called.
It was like 5:30, but
yeah,
still.
I called Ronnie and
You up?
Yeah, I know
Were you hoping it was somebody else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Ronnie, I was manifesting that you'll answer your phone, and you did. I think it was the second call, whatever. But you answer your phone, and I picked you up. Your part is still.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I literally put shoes on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like how you saw me. That's how I went out the night before.
Well,
it was fun though, because when we got there, it was 7:00. We got at the ranch, and then our friend Luis and Priscilla and
Gus
showed up after, and who else was there?
Gabby.
And Gabby showed up. Yeah, at the very end. But when we were there in the beginning, me and Ronnie didn't know what to expect. I knew that I was telling him like, hey, like what you do is like you a pajarete. It's like basically, like I said, chiva, warm milk. Like straight from like the straight raw.
Straight from the udders, man.
Yeah. And then what you do, you set up your own cup. So when you set up your own cup for the pajarete, you could put chocolate, abuelita chocolate or Nesquik. You could put sugar. And then the cool thing is that when you're an adult, you could put some alcohol. And Enrique knows this alcohol is like 90 something percent.
It's like 98% alcohol, which you're not supposed to take in a shot because it will literally burn your throat and it'll hurt for like a week or two, where swallowing anything would hurt. But it's so strong that usually when you pour it into the cup with the milk or whatever it has, you can light it on fire. Like you just put a flame over it, and the fumes are strong enough that it'll light your drink on fire, and it can stay on for a while, just so it's as warm as you want it, I guess. Basically, the milk is already fresh, so it's already a little warm, but you keep the fire on for the level of warm you want it to be. But it's crazy how like it's 98% alcohol bottle.
And these cups though that you need like the cántaros, or like those cantaritos cups. Or they're not cups, but they're like from Mexico. You need this in order for your cup to not burn, right? Because you can't put styrofoam cup. But they didn't have any, so me and Ronnie and the rest of the group, we had to use the styrofoam cups. And it was cool. Like I said, it was our first time. I didn't know what to expect, but it's everybody else is drinking it, so I was like, well, let me give it a try. If I like it or not, that's it. But it was really good. But the thing, we and Ronnie kind of. I'm not saying messed up, but we decided to copy one of our friends, and we put a lot of alcohol. And I learned my lesson. And after that, talking to other people that go there daily, or not daily, but weekly, they said you have to put enough alcohol to soak whatever you put, like the chocolate or the sugar and all that. Like just soak it. Don't over flood it. And we over flooded. So
we were out here like 2 shots of vodka, and it was like glug, 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 glug.
Yeah,
it was like a third of the cup.
It was so bad. Like I felt like I was drinking milk, but it was not really. It was like a shot of milk. No, you don't even taste the milk. You just taste the shot, the alcohol. That's
it's so strong. People underestimate it, but it's super strong.
So what I ended up doing, I told the guy, I was like, hey, I kind of brought my cup down to like 3/4, and I was like, hey, can you fill it up, like not water it down, milk it down, put more milk, and then I ended up giving some to Ronnie and some to Luis, like just so I could I wanted to taste the milk, So the second cup though that I did have just milk with chocolate, and it tasted like a Starbucks hot chocolate, but way better. The cool thing is that chiva milk though, or like goat milk, It's really if you get the runs or if you're lactose intolerant, like it kind of does not give you the runs. Like Ronnie kind of knows this because he tried it, and other people were saying they're around, and it's really I think it's really healthy for you. Well, instead of the alcohol, but like just the raw goat milk is really like healthy, like in a way that it could lower your.
You guys usually
high
prefer
cholesterol. What was that?
raw the milk?
No, well, that was my first time trying raw milk and stuff.
Oh, first time I could tell. Yeah.
Have you guys
What about
tried
you, Ronnie?
raw milk from a cow?
Yeah, I've tried that as a child, as an infant.
Okay, I tried it when I was little, but I don't remember when I went to Mexico when I was like young, but I don't remember,
It's
That's why I wanted to
strong
go back.
flavors. I'm not used to it. I wouldn't say I like it, but I'm
Mhm.
not like against it.
Who
If it's,
squeezed the titty of the cow?
it's I get uncomfortable doing that. It
Did
just
who-
feels wrong.
Any guys here? Ronnie, Johnny, Enrique?
No, well, I tried it in Mexico, but I haven't tried it recently.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've done
went-
it before as an
I
adult.
went all in,
but-
baby. I took off my Invisalign.
Right.
Straight to the source.
It's like Ronnie. Those aren't the titties. Those aren't the udders, bro.
And then
That's actually a bowl.
Like, what? He's all done. I was like, what the fuck? No wonder it took 5 minutes.
you know what? And then the guy was also selling I think quail eggs. So he was selling quail eggs at the ranch.
Mhm.
We didn't try them, but like they prepare for you like quail eggs with like kind of like oysters. You know when you take oyster shots, like raw oyster shots. I guess with the quail eggs, they prepare it like with I don't know like
with the alcohol still, right?
no,
Is
I
that what
think
he
it's
said?
not alcohol. They put like chili and stuff like that, and then like you take the shot, the quail egg shot. But we didn't try that. We should have. So yeah, we had that, and it's crazy because like there's a lot of people showed up, like a ton, not a ton, but like cars were showing up, and
Yeah.
they'll leave. And he was talking to us before the owner was telling us that right now in this season, like a lot of the goats, like the chivas, are not producing that much milk right now. The reason why is because it's cold, and also some of them are pregnant and
Hell yeah.
so-
Inflation?
and inflation too. Yeah.
The
So
supply chain was not the biz.
so we got lucky enough to have a cup because some people got turned down, like got turned away. Like they say, you know what, this is out.
Oh
like,
yeah,
we're
towards
out.
the end, it's like, hey,
Was it your first time trying it, Ronnie?
yeah,
What'd you think of it? The flavor, like how
It was interesting. Honestly, like Jonathan said, I was a little scared just because I am a little lactose. So I'm glad it wasn't a cow because I feel like a cow would have messed me up bad, man.
You would have got to. You would have been in the
Like, do you guys
restroom.
got a lactate cow in the back somewhere?
All right, so real quick though, the supplements facts of goat milk or chiva. The calories is like 240 kilocalories for like cup. It's 7 grams of fat. Saturated fat is 4.4 grams. Trans fat 0 grams. Cholesterol 0. So that's pretty good. And then it has some total carbohydrates. It's 25 grams. So I'm assuming it was kind of sweetish, but I didn't try it because I had the chocolate, so it was already sweet as it is. So I don't know. I think it was good. Would I try it again? Will you try it again, Ronnie? Like I won't go weekly because it's kind of like a drive to the ranch, but
Yeah, it's true. Honestly, yeah, I would do it again. If you guys come, I'll do it again.
What was the price for 1 cup of this Chiva?
$7.
Yeah, he said it was like
That's
seven.
not
Yeah,
bad
7,
at
8.
all.
But the cup though, when I say cup, it's what cup is like 8 ounces. It was like 16.
It was like a 16
It was a big
So it's
cup,
pretty good.
like a styrofoam cup. Those
Okay,
big
yeah,
styrofoam
yeah.
cups. Yeah.
And we like served ourselves,
Oh, okay.
so that's why I was like, oh, like let me
Makes
throw a little
sense.
extra up in here, And then that's when we realized. We
Well,
messed up.
you serve yourself the alcohol, not the milk. He will get the
Yeah.
milk for you. He will like put the milk and everything.
Mhm.
So it was cool. I think and then after that though, we want every time we were hanging out with like friends because it was early. It was on a Sunday, early in the morning, 7 o'clock. We arrived. We left there like at 12, and then we started getting hungry. So Luis suggested one fruit truck. I don't know the fruit truck, but it's like a seafood truck. In that near the ranch, and we went there. We had like seafood, but like the what is it called? The shrimp fries were really good, huh? The shrimp fries were delicious.
We got I think we got like shrimp tacos,
Shrimp tacos, shrimp fries, and then
shrimp fries,
and then the I think the what is it called? The cake of shrimp or cake of seafood. Remember it had all the seafood like octopus, everything. Remember those?
Oh, I didn't get to try that. No.
That one was good, and aguachiles and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because we were near the ranch. It felt like I don't know. I felt like I was in Tijuana or something because we literally pulled up to this like liquor store, and behind it was the food truck, the seafood truck. So we had our like our like meal, and some of the people were there were like drinking like beer, because it's like I don't know. Normally they do it over there because it's like ranch area.
Yeah.
And then we're just hanging out, and some guy shows up. He's like, "Hey guys, you guys can't drink here." And then so we were just laughing, but like we gave him a beer, but he was started talking to us, and he had ponche, which ponche is like from Jalisco and stuff like that. So ponche is like a drink, kind of like Bailey's, but think of it like, you can make guayaba ponche, you can make ponche de granada, which is pomegranate, you can make ponche de pistachio. Remember he had pistachio. What else he had? Coconut. So he gave us like shots. It almost felt like I was traveling. When you travel somewhere, like they always like give you samples, like because they want you to buy something to take home. Yeah, I felt like I was traveling. So some of us are like Luis and them, they bought some bottles from the guy, and it was cool because it was just more of like a trying thing. And then like I said, we had like a full day like of just trying new things. Like well, the shrimp we had shrimp before, but it was cool because it was just like a full day experience. And then until 2:00 we all left home. But
did you guys get a good buzz going?
Kinda. And I think Ronnie did for sure. He got
yes, that's a definite yes, man.
Because you had leftover alcohol on you.
Yeah, like Jonathan said, I feel like when he says he was traveling. Well, the night before I was like in Germany, having beers with my boys. I woke up and I was in Mexico. I was like, damn, this is crazy.
But in reality, you're just in Pomona and San Bernardino.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah, he was just in the area in California. But it's just you don't have to. That's why I tell people when you travel like around California and stuff, like there's so much diversity. Like you could go anywhere. Like we have ranches here, like that make you feel like you're in like Mexico. We have like you said, Oktoberfest, like festivals, but that's just in October, right? That makes you feel like you're somewhere else. And you have the mountains here, you have the beach. Like what else do you need in California?
That's
like
what I'm saying, man.
So like I don't know, guys. Like you guys gotta just travel with yourself, with your loved ones, with your kids, whoever. I know Enrique. Sometimes when you're tight, like when you're like busy with school, you can't. But that's fine though. Once you free up your schedule, once you have your career going, all about it. You know what I mean?
I can't wait.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to take Enrique out for some traveling adventures outside of California, outside of the U.S.
I want to spend more time with Enrique more than Jonathan, to be honest.
It's fine.
Oh,
I feel like he's just a good, because Enrique's more supportive than Johnny.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Okay, I
want to go to
Okay,
Kuwait.
hold on. Who was there when you did your first half marathon?
Me?
Enrique? No, Enrique wasn't. So I don't know.
You were there.
I did push you on a lot of things, but Enrique was busy. I give that to Enrique. Enrique was busy.
Did we invited them the first time around? Huh?
I think he had pajaretes the next morning. No, I don't know. He was probably busy doing some stuff, but
in another country.
I think it was overseas.
Middle East.
No, he wasn't.
What are you doing over there, dude? Are you drinking pajaretas over there?
Picking crops.
Picking crops.
But moving on though, so after that, like we did on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, we like to go. Like I said, one of our friends invited us to Long Beach. We went to go meet up with some cool friends, like even Daniel, one friend that we haven't seen in a while, that Sandra introduced us, Babes Who Elevate. She introduced us to Daniel, and we started cycling with him. And I told Enrique, I was like, he might be here. He might not. I was like, but yeah, he actually showed up. And he's like, bro, like I wasn't going to show up, but I decided I had free time, right? That's what he said. He's like, I had free time. I finished whatever I had to, and then I showed up. But who did we ride with, Enrique? The LB Canyon Ball Run? Yeah. LB Canyon Ball Run. That's basically, it's a group in Long Beach. So they meet up every Tuesday near, 4th Street and something, like near the beach, basically, in the park. And then we ended up riding. How long was the stats, or what was the stats, Enrique, in Long Beach?
It was like 13-mile ride, so it wasn't a long ride. It was a little fresh outside. There was a little bit of elevation, but it was just pretty cool to have, like, it was like 15, 20 of us cycling. So seeing all the lights, we kind of looked like a whole little army cycling through the city, and a little aggressive going through the streets, but like the cars would just, let us go and stuff. And we ended up stopping by for some tacos at some little taco stand. So that was pretty cool.
And you know what also, like, okay, so when you, I don't know, like when you get into a hobby, you start like looking at other people's bikes and you start asking questions, or there's, people just open up because it's like a hobby. So they're all about it. And we noticed that a lot of people had like old like bikes, some of them like, but nice vintage bikes that they like retrofit like to new. And then some people even rode fixed gears. So if you guys don't know what fixed gears is, fixed gears means that you cannot freewheel. It's literally moving. You cannot, like, it's all moving at all times forward. You cannot, if you move backwards, you go backwards with the bike. It's fixed. The gears are fixed.
If you pedal backwards.
Yeah, pedal backwards.
The word he's looking for there is idle. You cannot idle you can on a normal bicycle, where you pedal and then you just stop pedaling and the bike keeps moving. On a fixed bike, when you pedal, you cannot just stop pedaling, because if the wheels are moving, then so are the pedals.
There's no neutral.
There's nothing. So like if you pedal backwards, you will literally move the bike backwards. And if you're moving forward, then you cannot pedal backwards because you're pedaling forward.
Does it have brakes?
No.
Yeah, it has.
No,
well,
it
actually,
doesn't
no,
have brakes. No.
Some don't, or they're not supposed
None of them.
to.
None of them have brakes. You brake with your own feet.
They
you
can have brakes, but people out of like I guess
What do you
tradition
mean
don't.
break with your own feet? Just like stick your
Yeah, you
feet
like
to
you
the
like.
cement?
If you look up like videos on fixed gears how to brake, like you kind of like stand up a little bit and you like lock your back like leg and your front leg, so you could like there's no more rotating.
It's kind of throwing your entire weight onto the pedal so that
Yeah.
your own weight slows you down. So then,
Oh, I see.
in an emergency, you really can't stop.
So are those fixies?
Yeah, they're fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
fixed
fixies.
gears. Yeah. So fixies up.
Why you
No,
gotta get all
I
technical
know,
with
like,
me,
what
man.
the-
Just say
know.
fixies,
I was like,
bro.
have I heard of this before? But no, you guys have to jump around
It's
the
fixies.
words.
He chose the word, but
I said
it's-
fixed
it's
gears. Sorry,
fixies.
fixed gears.
Jonathan's like trying to write like an essay here, like adding a bunch of words that are not
I know,
needed.
man.
But it's crazy though, because we had hills going up. Remember to the taco stand, and these guys, fixed gears, they were like, because
They're pushing.
yeah, they were pushing, and those hills got me out of like I was in pain. I didn't know that we were gonna hit some hills. I know Long Beach has hills, but I mean, Enrique even said that he
They
started.
surprised me.
Yeah.
Me with another friend Felix, we started to sprint the hills thinking they were going to end because it looked like they were going to end a little bit. So we started going going all our energy onto the hill. And then after we gassed out, there was still so much more hill left and the hill even got harder. So that just became it was interesting though. But to see the people in fixed gears going through that was cool because they cannot change gears. They have a gear that if it gets hard, it gets hard and you cannot do anything about it.
Like you only have one gear. We have like as a road bikes, we have 11 speeds, so we could change speeds. Like we can make it easy. You guys already know. You guys all road bikes.
Is the price range for these fixies as much as like yours guys' road bikes?
No, they're cheaper. They're cheaper, but they're still expensive due to COVID, inflation. So they're at least a good one at 1,000 plus. So it's kind of like a road bike right now. A good road bike is like 3,000 or 4,000 because right now they're switching everything to electrical. You know how bikes have like cables like that run back to well, now they're trying to make everything electrical. And we were talking to some guy and he was telling us all about like different components and stuff. And he was saying that I didn't know this, that Shimano 105s or Shimano Otegra, that brand Shimano, you cannot rebuild. They're not rebuildable shifters. Like you had to buy the whole, well, kind of Rick knew about that. You had to buy the whole lever and everything. You could try to clean it because sometimes, they malfunction. Like you put them through a lot of work and, it's a moving part. It's a mechanical part. It has to give up one day, And
it's all one piece, I guess. And other brands, it's kind of like Legos where like you can just kind of break apart the different pieces and clean them or replace an individual Lego. But with Shimano, it's just one big Lego. So like if it breaks, you got to replace the whole thing.
Oh, you got to try to fix it, Mickey Mouse it or something like that. You're good with Mickey Mouse stuff, right?
I'm all 100%.
Your Theo, no? Your Theo taught you how to Mickey Mouse things?
No, he used to be Mickey Mouse in Disneyland when he got over here from the country.
Oh, we got this.
Yeah. Nobody had an accent.
Wait, actually, Ronnie's Mickey Mouse.
Sí se puede.
You guys are bad. No, but it was cool.
No,
it was
he's
cool.
back in Mexico. They took him out.
Oh, damn, dude.
It was cool. It was cool meeting new people, and we love Long Beach. I love Long Beach. Enrique's like, I think starting to love Long Beach because he's there more often and the weather is different. And I don't know, Enrique might maybe in the future move to Long Beach. I don't know, Long Beach is really like the vibes of
It's
people.
nice. I like it. I mean, so far I like it from where I've gone. I'm gonna have a house at Long Beach and a house here in Azusa, so we'll see.
That's what's up.
There you go.
No, but talking to Daniel though, I did talk to Daniel, our friend, the one that he lived in like over here in the 626 area. So, the 626 area it's kind of active with like groups such as runners, cyclists, like us, like we hike and all that. But he was saying like in Long Beach, it's like they're active, like for sure. Like, and I see it. Like, there's a lot of like running clubs, like such as Long Beach Running Club. There's all these like cycling clubs, like the one that we went to yesterday. And I think there's like other ones that Enrique told me about. So there's a lot, there's always something going on every day. Like if you don't want to run alone or cycle alone or do something alone. And I think you can even go in the water, like, open swim, what is it called? Like, yeah, like train for like triathlons and Ironmans and all that. And I think kayaking too. I know Enrique's been out there. So there's a lot of things going on in the like beach areas. So I don't know. I haven't kayaked over there. In Long Beach, but Enrique could tell you that. Like he says, it's pretty cool. It's nice. It's really calm.
It's fun and it's actually really cheap. I feel like before I went, I don't know why I just assumed it was going to be expensive because any like outdoor activity tends to be expensive. But it was like $20 for like 3 hours, and trust me, 3 hours is more than enough time. Within an hour and a half or two, you're done.
You get bored. I understand.
I mean, well, kinda you do, because I mean, you don't really paddleboard in the or kayak in the open ocean because that's currents and that's super hard.
Yeah.
There's like these spots where all the boats park or whatever, and that's where you kind of kayak, and it's super fun. You can bring alcohol in a backpack if that's what you would like to do, but
or protein shakes or protein bars.
I'll do White Claw.
but you can do it, and it's super fun. It's super cheap, so I highly recommend if you haven't gone kayaking.
Wait, Herbert, have you ever kayaked before?
Never kayaked. I've never been a guy in the open water. Never been my.
We're going soon.
Yeah, no, I would. I want to
when
go
it's not cold.
Wait,
it's not like that. I want to go.
Didn't in high school they used to call you a well and shit?
No, that was just you.
Yeah, nobody called them that.
No one called me that.
Okay,
no, but I've never been a fan of the open water. Truly, it's scary.
I'm scared of it, to be honest, but I still do things in the water. But
what was it?
I was gonna move on, but you want to add something?
Real quick though, where he's saying though, it's like the canals. That's where like literally there's no waves. Yeah, there might be little waves because like there's some boats like when the boats go by, they kind of have like these all these waves. But other than that, you shouldn't be scared. I think a lot of the kayaking tours or by yourself, I think you don't wear life vests, do you?
They don't force you. It's there on your kayak or paddleboard.
Okay, you don't have to put it on. All right, so I think I don't know. I'm a little like you said. I'm scared of it. Like, and I kind of know how to swim, but I'm not the best swimmer. So it's like I'd rather put on the life vest just in case I fall. I could just hang out.
Yeah, but plus, like honestly, if the ocean just pulls me into like all the way in the middle, like that'll be a cruel death. Like the seagulls will start picking at my eyes.
Oh my god!
I'm like trying to fight off a shark.
Wait, actually, since we're talking about death, or I don't know, this is bad,
what?
And it's spooky season. It's spooky season,
Yeah.
but what's like the scariest? Like you're like, dude, I don't want to die like that. Like,
oh, okay, that's a good one.
like what do you like, bro? Like I don't know, like
probably like burned alive, cause when you touch a hot pan, you go
yeah.
Like imagine that, but like your whole body, but you can't leave.
You just go.
Yeah,
understand.
I'm good.
I think me is like drowning, dude.
Yeah,
Drowning?
The water.
Drowning. Cause that's like it's like okay, like it's not instant. Like it's your body. It takes time. Like and you're thinking about like I don't know. I just feel like I'll be thinking about life. Like I don't know. It's just I don't want to think about it, but it just sucks. Like if I'm gonna die, just
Fast.
yeah, hit me. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. Like the best one to die is probably sleeping, right? Because that's like the best thing because you don't never wake up.
Did you actually know that recently? I guess they invented a new way to kill yourself. Well, let me rephrase that. I mean this like in a government perspective, where like instead of getting injected by shots, now you enter into this chamber where like they send in hydrogen or whatever to like put you to sleep, and then they send in another chemical that'll kill you in your sleep. So like it's super soft and like I saw videos of people like old people just like they're waving, they're smiling, they're super happy. They turn on the machine and they're smiling. Then eventually they just fall asleep peacefully, and then soon after they die. And that's like a new way of killing people.
That's scary.
I guess legally, compared to the injections, which I guess those were also a sane way to do it. But I don't know, just interesting that I read that somewhere.
So Enrique, what's like the scariest? Like you don't want to die like that. Like what
I think like I don't know, water. I hate water, so I think drowning is my answer because I've read that in fire. Like if I was burned alive, eventually you burn out your nervous system. So like you stop feeling pain. You can still be alive and conscious, but you no longer feel pain. But again, I'm not saying I would desire that, but I think if you ask anybody, it'll be a quick death.
But I have you guys seen those videos like when people like a building is like set on fire and stuff, like people just jump instead of like
Well, that's also painless. I mean,
I don't know.
That's on the way down, I'm sure it's exciting, but
No, the way down was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then you're done. So,
hey, Ronnie,
I don't know. I mean, you've also heard like the people that go skydiving, their parachute don't open, but
that's scary. You done skydiving?
But some like survive. Like,
okay, poison. Like if you get bitten by something, that would suck. I would not want to die like that because the poison, like you're suffocating.
Oh, it depends,
that's like drowning out here.
You get, doesn't it shut down?
Yeah, like it depends on what
system?
poison is. Then like I don't know. I think poison's scary as hell too. That's why I hate. Like I dislike spiders.
if I get bit, would you suck it out, Enrique?
Depends where you got bit.
No, Enrique. No, Ronnie's like, I didn't get bit there, Enrique. Stop, but like, don't stop at the same time.
You're gonna die a peaceful death.
But let's go away from that, like the whole death. I just wanted to give it like a little spooky, out of it. But
speaking about spooky though, the next event we had a Halloween party.
Oh, we did. And so, what was your costume? We were dressed up as frat boys. That's what Herbert was saying. So
can you describe what a frat boy looks like?
It was okay. So like frat boys, like we all been to college here. They wear their letters, and like their letters is like whatever, like Delta, whatever,
Greek
Gamma,
letters.
Greek letters and stuff. So we decided to do the lab LAB in Greek. So what is it, Enrique?
It's Lota, Alpha, and Beta.
So that was us. So yeah, we like. I think Herbert pulled it the best. He literally looked like a rich.
Oh, I loved
Cool
it. He looked
guy.
good. He looked like a rich frat boy that was just not giving. And we tried to be cocky in the night, but
when I put on the costume, I was like, I'm gonna be racist for the night.
Oh, you,
Like, this is it. This is the time.
bro. Like you pulled it pretty good.
yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah.
And like, I just wanted, I tried to embody the frat boy. So I was like, I didn't like women for like a good few hours. I was just about the boys. You know, if I heard a woman talking, I'll tell her to pipe down. Yeah, the men are speaking.
He fully engulfed it, and it was funny. Everyone there though, like knew what was going on, so nobody got offended or insulted. So just to throw that out there.
But tell me why Ronnie didn't want his letters, like his Greek letters. He's like, no, dude, this polo is like my number one polo. And like I haven't washed it since like kindergarten and stuff.
He just didn't want to ruin a good shirt. I can respect that.
And I was like, you know what, Ronnie, like you're gonna be the guy that is rushing. You know what I mean? You know, we have that one guy that's like not in, but he wants to be in, like cool like us, and that's Ronnie. You know, like Ronnie has to. He's not gonna get the letters. Hell no. Like,
he didn't even rush well, dude.
I know. Until he gets until he does a half marathon, he will like be like get the letters and stuff.
In my defense, I was wearing a little sweater
We all wear the little
over
sweater.
like
I didn't.
around my neck, so
All
it was
right.
gonna cover the letters anyways, man.
But overall, though, that party was pretty cool. We saw Caesar, Batty Caesar. He was the one that hosted, and it was just all family and friends. It was fun, It was a good turnout. It was raining though, but the good thing is we had like patio and all that, like awning, like an awning that was covering the rain, so we were hanging out in like not getting wet and stuff. And then they had piñatas too, right?
They did have a piñata.
Oh yeah, there was a piñata.
Two piñatas.
He had games too. It was super fun.
I didn't even get it. I got the stick. I didn't even hit the piñata once. Whoever was pulling the damn thing was doing a good job.
Enrique, Caesar had it all the way to the top. Like it was bad. It was messed up.
Yeah.
I was about to get the gun, dude. Shit.
Shoot
Get
it
that
down.
piñata down.
But yeah, it was fun. So I feel like whatever you guys are gonna dress up, we'll do it, like plan it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what costume I really like, Ronnie? The one that I heard you guys went to a party to, one of your friends' party, and you guys all dressed up as Starbucks baristas, and you guys all had like the aprons on. So that's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. So like coming back to that, after Oktoberfest,
Oh yeah,
it was a pretty eventful weekend. I'm not gonna lie, at least to me. But after Oktoberfest, it was me, Enrique, and our friend Chris. So we went to Oktoberfest. We had a good time. Blah blah blah. And then one of my old coworkers, who happened to work at Starbucks, hit me up and was like, "Hey, we're having a Halloween party. Like, pull up." And it was already kind of late, and I was like, "Hey, he told me like, hey, costumes are like required. Like, come through."
So we figured it out.
But everything's closed. I mean, we don't even have even the frat boys, like we just pulled it out of nowhere. But I still had a bunch of my old Starbucks aprons. So I gave each one of them a Starbucks apron. And we were like, hey, we're just going to be Starbucks baristas. Like, and then we all went.
You should have brought the chiva and and serve like pajaretes. Like, oh yeah,
serve it in Granda cups,
Granda cups. Yeah, but that's cool though. I think, I don't know, like you have all the aprons still, so I don't know, we might use that for one of our Halloween hikes that we have planned. So we do have events coming up. Like I said, it's Halloween season still. On the 29th and 30th, we have two events, like with two different, a lot of different people,
Same
groups. Same hike though, Punk and Rock. So if you guys haven't been to Punk and Rock, and like I said, if you have like your fam bam, your kids and stuff, it's a pretty easy hike. Yeah, you'll park and you see it up in the hill, but it's not bad. It's like it's easy, super easy. Like you could take your time.
Plus, there's going to be a lot of good vibes, a lot of fun people. So you're going to be distracted, having a good time. Some of us will have candy, so just stay tuned. It'll be fun.
Candy, glow sticks,
Pajaretes.
No, I don't know if they're gonna take the boom box and stuff, but yeah, dress up. I want to see like you guys' creativity like come out. You know what I mean? I know some people like go ham in Halloween, or it's like their favorite holiday. Well, go all about it, because I think the best, or the one that has the best costume is gonna get a prize and stuff. So we will take some of our merch. We're gonna like raffle some of the stuff, that we still have. So stay tuned. But it's gonna be awesome. It is gonna get chilly though, so don't be wearing your little short. No, I'm just saying. No, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get cold. So I hope it doesn't rain though. I haven't checked the weather, but if it rains, it's not gonna hurt us.
It'll add to the adventure.
And yeah, like it's gonna be, like I said, Jurupa Valley. So if you guys don't know where Jurupa Valley is at, it's pretty far. Not far. It depends with traffic
Just
or not.
a tad bit.
But yeah, guys, so stay tuned. Listen to us. We are gonna November. We are gonna have more hikes though coming up. If it's raining, we'll see if we could moving forward or just hike in the rain. If it's not bad, but if you guys want to just check us out, go ahead. And all for the new followers, thank you guys for following, and for the old followers, we love you guys. Stay tuned. Listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, and our TikTok. That's for all working out videos, and Instagram Reels is just for all the hikes and stuff that we do. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we love y'all.